a different hour tomorrow. And we're also going to do the new touchscreen UHCs this week as well. And then we're going to go back over some of the ones that we've previously done. So that's what the schedule looks like this week. If anybody needs that schedule, if you want, there's my email address right here. You can go ahead and email me, and I'll go ahead and get that out to you. But I think it's already gone to the field. Just another thing too about the email. Like I said, for you guys that have been through some of these classes, you know that during the class we're not able to take questions, just for the fact that I mean these are scheduled for right at an hour, and I go right up to the end. I'm not so sure about this one. This one's new. I don't know if I have as much on this one, but at the end, I can stick around a
Fair
little bit
use is a
after the
legal
hour.
doctrine
Somebody
that
has some
promotes freedom
questions.
of
Hang
expression
on there.
by
I go
permitting
ahead
the
and stay on
unlicensed use
until
of copyright-protected
everybody else
works
is
in
logged
certain
off, because
circumstances.
I have some time.
Section 107.
And so you can go ahead and ask me questions then, or if you got questions, just go ahead and email them to me. Also in this, there's a chat section, and Roger Coley's in the room, and he monitors that. So if something comes up, I mean, because that's what's put in the fryers to cook with, whenever you have a product like that and the price is doubling in cost, that gets a lot of people's attention. All right. So something had to be done to be able to save this oil. Up until that point, everything that we did was based on how to make these fryers heat more efficiently. All right. But whenever the issue with the oil hit, everything then was about what can we do to save oil. All right. So some of the discussions that were had is what can we do to minimize how much exposure that we have our oil to the things that break it down. Number one thing that breaks oil down is heat. Okay. Unfortunately, when you're using this oil to cook with, you got to heat it up. All right. The standard cooking temperature, the most common cooking temperature for oil is 350 degrees. As you know, we have a big customer that cooks their protein products at 360. Well, during this time, they dropped that temperature back to 345 to eliminate the exposure the oil had to the heat. And that, for anybody that was wondering why they made that change, it wasn't because of the quality of that temperature, on the food. It was just trying to save that oil. It became a big issue. All right. So there wasn't much that we could do about the temperature. We had to have the oil up to cooking temperature. So then we're looking at other things. It's like, light, affects the oil and the life of the oil. The moisture that comes from the ice crystals and stuff and the product that we cook. All of this stuff, there was nothing that we could do about it. I mean, we already have covers for the fryers and, whether they're being used or not, but that there wasn't any more we could do than that. So then the discussion turned is how do we not, expose the oil to those conditions, but how much oil we expose to it. So that's why we went from a 50-pound fry pot to a 30-pound fry pot. All right. Just basic knowledge on our fryers here. Okay. Our fryers have 3 sections in them. We have a cold zone on the 50-pound fryers. We have a heat transfer area, and we have our cooking area. All right. So when the discussion came up, it's like, well, okay, let's minimize how much oil we're going to expose to 350 degrees. All right. We had to start looking at where we're going to take that oil from. Okay. We have the cooking area. Can't change that. We still have to have room for 2 baskets of product in here. We have our heat transfer area, which we have to have a certain amount of buffer in order to get the heat from the burners into the oil. Then we have our cold zone. Okay. The cold zone is what made Frymaster. That was one of the original patents that Frymaster got when they became a company. Is this cold zone here was to have debris that would fall off the product, fall down into this area. One, it's going to get it out of the cooking area. Okay. And 2, it's going to drop it down into an area that was much cooler than this cooking area. So it would stop the cooking process. If you was to take just a standard way that people used to fry before, you put a skillet on the stove, you had the heat transfer through the bottom of the pan. Okay. And then all that debris that would fall down to the bottom there, it would continue to cook. All right. Anybody that's worked with one of these new fryers and gone out and has one where they don't filter and they allow all that debris to fall down into this area, okay, which is not a cold zone any longer, but we still have an area that's down here, and we need that area so we have somewhere for the burners to be. Okay. So this area down here now is a lot smaller. Okay. Which is, again, not a cold zone. The high limit we place right about here. Okay, and I'll show you a picture of that here in a little bit. If this was a cold zone, we certainly wouldn't have the high limit down there. So all that debris that falls down there is going to continue to cook. Now on the new fry pots, the 30-pound fry pots, the temperature from the cooking area, the heat transfer area, and this area down here, it differs very, very little. The only reason this area still exists is not because we're using this as a cold zone any longer. We just need this area for somewhere to put the burners. Okay, so we cannot leave the customers under the impression that it's okay to store debris down here and it's down there like the old style fryers were. It's not the same. This is no longer a cold zone. Even though it looks similar, the only the reason why we have this is just the design of where we have our burners hanging. Okay, so anyway, that was what they did, is they took this cold zone on the 50-pound fryer and basically eliminated it. That meant that we have 20 pounds less shortening in the fryers at any one time. All right, now that we don't have this cold zone, this area down here that we used as a garbage can, we no longer have that safe area for the debris to stay there. What we're going to have to do to compensate for that is we have to take this trash out more often. Okay, so basically we took a big garbage can and we made it very small. Okay, so whenever you have a big can, and we know that every day we filled this can up and we would take it out once a day. That was basically how everybody operated. You just filtered once a day. Some stores that were higher volume maybe filtered twice. But anyway, what it was is that we were taking out the garbage once a day. Now that we eliminated that garbage can or made it very small, okay, now we're just going to have to take out the garbage more often. That's the whole concept behind the Love Fryer. Okay, instead of leaving that debris in here to have it exposed to the oil all day long, we're going to get rid of it and put it in an area where it's not going to do any harm. In this case, it's going to be down in the filter pan. Okay, so now that we're filtering more often, okay, does that mean now that we're going to have to use more filter medium, whether it be filter paper or the filter pads? No, if we used one a day before, all we're going to need to do is use one a day now. All right, we're not making any more debris, which clogs up that filter paper or pad, which is the only reason why you would ever have to change it. We're not making any more debris. We're just taking it out more often. Okay. So, when we're in classes and stuff, I mean, I always have an example of like, point at the garbage can and say, look, we got a big 55-gallon drum sitting over there. If we now take that, or say a 50-gallon drum, if we now make that a 5-gallon can, okay, that just means if we filled that 50-gallon can up one time in the past, okay, or in that day after lunch and the drinks and stuff that we would have, if we filled that up and had to take it out once a day before, okay, now we made a 5-gallon can. Now we're going to have to take it out 10 times, okay, or whatever the case is. All of those numbers were developed by the chains that buy these fryers. So whenever they test these the equipment out, they say, okay, for our product, for an example, let's use McDonald's because they've had these the longest. All right. McDonald's, they decided whenever they cook 12 batches of fries, okay, in order to maintain the quality, in the food, okay, and in order to save as much oil as possible, they decided after every 12 batches of French fries, all right, that they're going to go ahead and call for a filter. All right. And then basically what they're going to do is we don't scrub the vat during those filter cycles. We don't have to put the gloves on and the apron and the face shield. All we're doing is taking out this trash that gathers down here at the bottom of this tank. All right. That's all we're doing. We're not filtering. We're not scrubbing the pot or anything like that. Basically what we're doing is just flushing out the trash. We're just taking out the trash. Whereas before on this one, when we filtered once a day, all right, then yeah, we would go in there and we would scrub the pots and then, do a little bit more. We'd polish the oil. We do that with these, but that's only done once a day. That's the end of day filter, or it's also referred to as the maintenance filter. We still do that once a day. But the filters, whenever you're cooking and it says filter now, yes or no, all right, whenever we do that, we're basically just flushing out, taking out the garbage. Okay, it's not the whole big, long, drawn-out process. It is very important to make sure that your customers know the difference. All right. They, before these came out, when you mentioned about filtering, usually there was a person that come in just to do the filter. In some states, you had to be a certain age even to do that because of the fact you're draining 50 pounds of 350-degree oil because you have to filter at cooking temp, or at least above 300 degrees. All right, so now people get in their mind, it's like, oh, okay, I got to go get the apron and the gloves and the face shield and all of that stuff to get ready to do an hour-long process of filtering these fryers. But no, now that process, okay, and again, I've always said we probably shouldn't have called that filtering, but now that process is just going to take 4 minutes. Okay, when these fryers were designed, in order to make this whole thing work, the time when you press that button, when it says filter yes and you hit yes, the time that it takes to flush out that fryer and come back up to cooking temperature is 4 minutes. I think the actual time, there's a poster here that is 4 minutes and 2 seconds. All right, is what they averaged it out. All right, but it was 4 minutes in order for that whole process to be done. Okay, I always tell people, okay, when it says filter now, you're going to have to push a button. Okay, whether it's yes or it's no, you got to push a button. Your workload is going to be the same either way. All right, so we need to make sure that they know and understand what I just told you and why it's so important to go ahead and filter these fryers. If this fryer, okay, if they choose to hit filter no, I was just in a customer store 2 weeks ago. All right, I went into no, actually it was last week, but last week for a test fryer. While I was there, it said filter yes or no. They hit the filter three times while I was there. Okay, and it was during the slow time. I mean, he would hit the button and then just go back leaning against the counter behind him. All right, it is very important that they know when it says filter yes or no that they choose the right button, which is yes. If that debris is allowed to stay down here, it's going to continue to cook. If people come in the morning, okay, and they could have brand new oil, all right, and I've seen it many times. There's one store in New York that I had to fly up to because of issues, and it was all because they didn't filter. All right, they changed the oil twice a day. All right, this was an extremely high volume store. All right, and it was one of the chains that we deal with, but it was a high volume store. They were changing the oil twice a day. Okay, when I got there, this thing was completely filled up, and you guys have probably seen this before, where the debris was so high that the baskets were sitting on the debris. The burners are right here. Our heat transfer area is right here. Okay, that's where most of the heat is transferred. That's why these baffles are here to slow that heat down. So of course it goes into the oil to heat the oil up. All right, if you got debris that's all the way up here, just imagine you have a pan sitting on the stove with cornmeal or whatever you got in it, and it's continued to heat all day long. Just imagine how black this debris is going to be in there and how dark that oil is going to be. That's exactly what was happening there. All right, and all because they didn't filter. All right, how did I know they didn't filter? Very simple. You can go into the computer, and I'm going to show you the sheets for that. We went over that on the filter section that we did 2 weeks ago. We will be doing that filter one again, so just look for the schedule to see when we're going to do that again. Anybody that may have people within their group that hasn't seen some of these, or somebody on here hasn't seen a particular one, let us know. If we have enough people to repeat one of these, by all means, the material is already made. So I can go ahead and repeat these as we need to. All right. But again, I know that we've only gone over like 2 slides here, but this is so important. I know people always say, well, I want to learn how to change the filter, pump, and motor. I want to learn how to, whatever it is. We won't have to do that if we get people using these correctly. Okay. So yeah, we're not actually, talking about how we remove and replace parts right now, but knowing how these things work and being able to get this information to the people when you're out there doing the startups and things like that is very important. Okay. We have, I have heard people say that, having this trough down here, and again, I'm not going to call this a cold zone because it is not a cold zone. All right. This is a cold zone. Look at the size of this versus this. Okay, the burners slide in right here. And even that's the case over here too. But again, with that blower motor that we have on these, the air is forced up here. So this is where the concentration of heat is. Okay, you have 4 minutes to do that until we get back up to cooking temperature. This here, if used properly, is the best design. All right, we have electric fryers, which basically have a flat bottom, and I'm going to show you a picture of that before the end of the day here. And we have now tube fryers. Some of the customers that we have that uses tube
one of those days. Anyway, this is one of the videos that we used to watch during the lockdown during COVID. So I decided to replay some of this stuff again. I figured it'd be a good thing to play for you guys, so you can know that it's not always an actual issue with the item. The vast majority of the time when we're dealing with issues out here in the field, equipment malfunctioning, it is mainly due to a circumstance outside. It makes me think about a time I had someone called me up and they said, "Hey, yeah, I have this problem with a dishwasher." And instead of them checking out and see what was causing the issue, they said, "Okay, well, I'll just order the whole, I'll just order the whole boiler." And your issue might not be the boiler. Your issue might be that you don't have enough hot water, or the situation like I had the other day where they didn't even have the heating elements to the booster heater plugged in from install. So it's very important for you guys to know what some of these issues are that cause the customer to have problems, is basically what I'm saying. So Q&A is today. Today is definitely a Q&A show. We've been rainy and dreary all day. Bro, I could barely keep my eyes open. It's been raining since 3 a.m. off and on all day today. No sunlight, no nothing. I don't know how they do it in Seattle. I have no idea how they do it out there, because this is killing me. This is killing me. But here is the link. And this is actually going to be a short one. This is going to be a short show today. So whatever questions you got, this is when you put it. Oh yeah. I have family members that lived over in the UK. They lived in England. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. UK, and then where's she? My mother's. I mean, not my mother. My wife's people are over in the UK, and then they go across to Holland or something. I don't know. If you guys are over there watching me it'll be pretty late for you, but you know what I'm talking about. They go over there because they get all kind of business incentives to open up something over there. But yeah, this is New to Commercial. This is my show. I do it on Mondays and Thursdays. I cover all the common trends, cover the training. Yeah, I am in Houston, and right, this Texas weather is nuts today. It's been nuts ever since early this morning. This is my you can barely see. This is my second or third cup of Vietnamese coffee. I had to do something, man. I had to do something. I'm just out of it. I'm just out of it. Even driving around today, it just between traffic and all this other stuff, it just takes too much out of you, man. How many people have been to the Frymaster website? Because everything is on. This isn't on the Fry. Is it? I think this is. This should be on the Frymaster website. When you go on the Frymaster website, like you do with 90% of the commercial brands out there, all of their manuals are here. All their manuals, there's no access code needed, no membership, no login, no nothing. Everything is there. Everything is there for you to get. Let me see here. Flat bottom. There we go. So like this is for Long John Silver's. Here's the fryer for Long John Silver's all the way back in 2004. So 21 years ago. Let's see here. Yeah, there's the troubleshooting. There's everything. Here, I'll make it a little bigger. All of their tech guys are here. They don't have any of them that aren't included. They have every single one of them. And if you are working on something that is so old where they don't have the tech guide on there, I doubt that you would even need the freaking tech guide. So they have all, pictures, all the diagrams, every single thing that you need. All of that's there. FryMaster is pretty good with that kind of stuff. Oh yeah. Let's see what Bruce said. All right. Good evening, everyone. The weather is beautiful here in Florida. Yeah, we've been 70 something, but it's just no sun. No sun and just drizzling off and on. Since like 3 a.m. 3 a.m. it woke me up because it's this constant tapping sound. It drove me nuts since early this morning. And yes, like PictureMan63 said, please subscribe, promote the channel. Send this information to somebody who is without a job, somebody who is looking for the next thing. And I have videos, and I actually do more on employment. Every single company, every single service company is out here hiring, and it's just everybody's buying out the other company. Everybody's just buying out everybody else because there is the shortage is so great. The shortage is so great that it's just a feeding frenzy out there. I mean, that is actually one of the biggest hustles out there is to go ahead and start up a service company and somebody will buy you out. And the funny part is the company that buys you out might just pair your company up with another one and sell it to somebody else. So it's so many levels. But yeah, we're only on page 22. And here's your tech. Here's your letting you know about all little issues you might have. These fryers are meant for service. They are built for service. They are built so that you can actually rebuild them. Every single part of the damn fryer is meant to be replaced. So you strip everything down, you put in a new fry pot, and you attach everything to the damn fry pot. That is just how the business goes. That is how the business goes. So right now we're in a cycle. We're in a cycle where people that are sitting on a lot of cash, people that are operating a very popular establishments, they're the ones that are going around out here and they're buying other locations, other entities. Sometimes they're actually just getting rid of their competition. And other times they're looking for expansion. They're looking for expansion while getting is good. That is exactly what they're doing. Hedge funds have gotten into the business and they are making a mess of things. What time is it? All right, we got a couple more minutes until we start. Let's go with this. Luckin Coffee. I don't know if you guys saw, I took a couple pictures in front of Gung Chao drink shop. So boba tea has kind of run its course. The companies that are big on boba, everybody that's doing their innovation with boba, We're now going with coffee. So I don't really think we can absorb many more coffee shops, but they're going to push the limit. So this is a Chinese company called Luckin Coffee. And they're rumored to, well, it's said that they're coming in. This is, I believe this is the largest. Yeah, they have 6,310 stores. And okay, and then an additional 3,041 partnership stores. Jesus. Wow. That is a lot of users. So they believe that they can bring this Chinese dragon on over to the shores of the United States, and they're going to do wonderful. Highly doubtful. Highly doubtful. Even like P.F. Chang was started by people that were actually living here. The actual Chinese family that was here that started that. The inn, you know, they were already living here. They knew what the tastes were like. They knew what the menu and everything should be like. This is different. This is just like Starbucks going over to China or Starbucks going over to the UK. This is a Chinese company actually taking their everything and bringing it on over here. I always say stay away from these damn coffee shops, but they still need somebody to service them. I went by one of my coffee chains today that I take care of, and one of the Parkstown service companies was there, and he was there working on the speed oven. And I know this is a speed oven you guys have never heard of. I've talked about it many times before. Who wants to take a guess on what the name of that speed oven is? I think I got some. I don't even want to go back to those pictures because that store is probably about like 2 years old. You know how many pictures I got to go through? Jesus, 300 plus cities nationwide. So this is coming here. It's Singapore. They keep showing Singapore. I think they have Luckin Coffee. Let's see here. I think they have it in Dubai and some other stuff. So now they're finally trying to bring it here, especially with Starbucks being so weakened. People are really betting against Starbucks. I don't know why. My daughter and her age group are really in love with Starbucks. All those pink and purple cotton candy drinks and stuff like that Starbucks makes special for their age group. They love it. After high school and stuff like that is out, they go flooding on over to Starbucks across the street from the school. They absolutely love Starbucks, and it's not just here; it is everywhere. Once they start driving, though, that's when they start going over to some of their other competitors. My apps, what's up, man? So this is supposed to be the next big thing. Luckin Coffee. I don't think so. Highly doubtful. I'm actually drinking. This is Vietnamese coffee I'm drinking. So I would actually be more in favor of Vietnamese coffee than Chinese coffee taking over. There's the old frou-frou drinks. So we already have a dozen players in the market that are doing these caffeinated drinks. We already got a bunch of players already doing matcha, a lot of different matcha drinks. And nobody wants to chime in, huh? Nobody wants to chime in on what they think that speed oven is. Nobody wants to guess? Amanda Menu Master, Mary Chef, Turbo Chef. No guesses? None? Y'all just kicking back, huh? So we'll keep our eyes on this. Let me see when Luckin is coming up. So this is This is Luckin Coffee. Hold on, let's see what they say. So these coffee shops, they only need a few things. They're going to need an espresso machine. Usually they have some kind of a dairy dispenser, a couple of pieces of refrigeration, some kind of a soft serve, an oven or a turbo chef type of item, and a display case with pastries. That's about it. Let's see here what we got. Oh, wow. All right. So it is supposed to be coming here this year. It was in the works for last year, and they are planning to come here this year. Okay. So here's the city. So New York. Oh, they're not even being specific. They're just saying New York. That's real helpful. That's real helpful. And it's sometimes I have no idea what spots they're working at. They're looking at anybody here from New York. Yeah, Mary Chef. It is. Good luck with that. Oh, hold on 1 second. Show you this one. This is the brand of speed oven at this one coffee shop, and a Safessa member company had to go work on it today. And he told me, because I was going there to check on the dishwasher, and I saw him with his rolling bag coming out the shop, and I was like, what the hell's he in there for? I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, they got some little chintzy ovens in there. And it completely skipped my mind that they had this speed oven in there. The element in the speed oven went bad. And he said that it took him 6 hours to change the heating element. 6 hours. Now, this was warranty. And he told, he looked me right in my eye. He said, hey, look, man, yes, this is warranty. The part was under warranty. The shipping was covered by warranty. He said, but not the labor. So they had to pay for the Safessa company for 6 hours because the bastards didn't call me. They could have called me. They didn't call me. They wanted, and that's what I got an issue with Practica too, because I've called and talked to them. The dealer that sold it to them, I called them up and told them that this was going to be in that particular location. And they still went with the Safessa company. But it took him, he said it took him 6 freaking hours. So I guess it's a blessing in disguise. So yes, with these speed ovens, you do your paninis, you do quesadillas, pizza. And these you could do this stuff from scratch. The breakfast, so they have these like almost like muffin tins, and it's like a whole tray, and you'll have like the 4 holders in there, and you could do eggs in one hole, put your muffins in 2 others, and then your protein in another. And then once everything is done, you just assemble the sandwich because everything is hot. And yes, you could do croissant from raw. You do croissant from raw in just a few seconds. With this particular speed, well, not just this one, Amanda Menu Master, Mary Chef, Turbo Chef, the difference between this one and just like a regular microwave is you're able to cook food that is microwave ready in 2 minutes instead of like 5 or 8. And that's a big deal. So now you're able to cook a pizza because you have that element in there. You have an impingement of fan, and then you're using microwave. So you're able to cook a pizza, an entire pizza, in 2 minutes without even having to turn or rotate it. And you're getting, with that impingement oven, you're getting 700 mile an hour air blowing at what? I forgot what the hell they said. It is over 350. So that's what they had. They actually had it was actually bigger. So as you can see, this is almost, yeah, they cloned Turbo Chef down to the screw. They even came up with a stacking set. They got the two batch which I don't think too many people like the double batch. But this is a coffee, like this is a coffee shop standard. So if you're lucking, and everybody else is probably gonna have to have one of these. Just like damn it, what the hell's that place called? Tropical Smoothie. Tropical Smoothie uses the Amana Menu Master. Salad and Go. Salad and Go uses Amana Menu Master. Starbucks now uses Mary Chef. Subway is still using Turbo Chef, but they do have the option to go with a Mary Chef. So this is the chain Salad and Go, and they're using Menu Master. So all the places look like this. Every place is essentially the same. And they're doing the wraps and the salads and stuff like that. That remind me, I'm supposed to call Brother Charles. And they're everywhere. Let's see here. Well, not yet. Okay, so they're making their way. They started out of Arizona. Like Chuck D said, by the time I get to Arizona. So this is their hometown right here, which is why they got such a big concentration. And they got hedge funds backing them. So they're going to be marching across the U.S. And that reminds me, I was reading I was looking at speed oven. Oh, yeah. All of these are speed ovens. Yeah, all of these are speed ovens. This is what everybody's using. The speed oven has now gotten to the point using all these accessories that they have now, where it is. I mean, you're going to a coffee shop. You're not going to an authentic pizzeria. But if you did want pizza, you're going to get a decent freaking pizza. You're going to get a decent pizza from that, from your coffee shop. PJs. PJs is another one. I don't know if you guys ever heard of PJs. And I gotta go to so many freaking coffee shops. I keep forgetting. There. Ziggy's. Oh shoot! There's one right around the corner from me. So all these different coffee shops, they all use speed ovens. I've shown the speed ovens to you guys time and time again. The Turbo Chef, the Mary Chef, and then Practica. The only reason why I show the Practica a lot is because I work hand in hand with a dealer that is selling the units. They actually have a unit on display. So the pictures, they don't show you. I wish they did. They don't really show you the inside of the location. If you did see the inside of the location, the two Mary Chef are like front and center inside the place. You got Black Rock Coffee. Got Black Rock Coffee. What it is, in my opinion, they are, especially like Mary Chef is dumping the product on the market. They are undercutting Turbo Chef by at least $2,000 on each model. So they are doing whatever they can to get their product, in the customer's hands, to get the customer using it, to get the customer used to it. And they are taking away market share from Turbo Chef. Only reason why Starbucks still uses Turbo Chef as much as they do is because the actual owners have been spending years working on Turbo Chef ovens, and they already have parts. It's a Brazilian. Practica is from Brazil, but their U.S. office, their U.S. warehouse is over there in Dallas. but they did their best to copy the footprint. If you can copy somebody else's footprint, if you can copy someone else's performance, then you make yourself a viable option. Hasn't really worked out in the Houston market. Only person I know of that's pushing them is this one dealer that I'm in league with. Other than that, nah, I haven't seen it with any of the chains. Like BlackRock, this company right here, BlackRock buys all their stuff from Trimark. So they got the frozen coffee that they're pumping out is a Spaceman machine. And damn, I can't remember if they're using the Mana Menu Master or if they're using Turbo Chef. Let me see what the hell they got. As you can see right here, there's not much on the inside of these stores to differentiate them from everybody else. So as you can see, they're just showing pictures of fun times, sunny days, that kind of stuff, because there is no difference between these coffee shops. Even PJ's Coffee, which is a New Orleans-based coffee chain, they don't really have much, there's not much in there other than the purple that lets you know it's New Orleans. There's Ziggy's Coffee, and I don't think, oh, finally they added a second location after all these years. After all these years, Ziggy's finally added 2 locations. Let me go down one more. I had to do I had to do this Ziggy's. So I was involved with the launch store here in Texas, or at least in the Houston market. I was involved with the launch store. All Hoshizaki, everything. Hoshizaki refrigeration, and not just the regular Hoshizaki, but the Econo line of Hoshizaki refrigeration. The Econo line. Coffee business is steady business. See, they sell a lot of chai, that kind of stuff, the smoothies, energy infusions. So that's what I'm bringing all this back to say, like, Luckin Coffee is not bringing anything innovative. They're not going to be setting off any fireworks. There's not going to be any dragon parade. There's going to be driving people over to these damn locations. There just isn't anything that can be done with coffee and caffeine, short of huffing or injecting caffeine, shooting up caffeine. Everything else has been done. This has all been done. Let me see here. And see, like I said, they're not even showing you the interiors of these places. They're not even showing you the damn interior. And look at this. Coffee is like way down on the list. Featured menu, pressures, flavor options. Oh, yeah, by the way, we got coffee. Oh, yeah. We got coffee, too. Forgot about that. No, I don't even know if they're even selling any hot food. Let's look at the menu. Let's look at the menu here. So I go through all this to say you have growth potential with service and coffee shops. They operate on very razor thin margins. And when you're dealing with these larger service companies, they have the service guys have a certain dollar amount that they have to hit when they go into these coffee shops. And these coffee shops are just not able to handle that. So that's an opening for you. You charge your regular rate, because there's no way you're going to hit the $2,000, $3,000, and $4,000 service tickets that the Sofesa companies are doing. There's just, you don't have the math skills to do it. You just don't. Let me see if I can. Yeah, no, look at this. No interior pictures whatsoever. No interior pictures of this. You would think that would be a good selling point. No, they want to show you bags of their coffee, cups of the drink, no interior. That died along with Friends and that coffee shop that they had. That's it. Let me see here. Not Dunn's Coffee. First Cup. No. Pearland Roasters, PJs. Damn, it's another one. It starts. Is it that? Damn it. This is nuts because it's right. It's got to be right here. Look at all these places selling coffee. Charles really has a. Oh, it's going to be down. Charles is not one for. He comes from that world. Scooters. That's what it is. Scooters Coffee. Scooters. I have every single major chain here in this market. I've done work for quite a few of them. Not every chain, but quite a few of them. Am I looking to get into Black Rock Coffee? I actually am. I think they use Victory Refrigeration. Like I said, they're using the Spaceman for frozen coffee drinks. Now, fun fact with Scooters, they are some cheap asses. Scooters is putting in a toaster refrigeration. They are using Turbo Chef. Sometimes they use Turbo Chef. Sometimes they use Mary Chef. But it appears that they are just like, hey, give us whatever money you got. And just as long as you can cover building the little drive-through facility, because it's just this little cracker box. That's it. They're all drive-through. Unlike the other chains, they don't even have a walk-up section. Theirs is strictly drive-through. They did make their drive-through tall enough, like I can get my Sprinter van in there. I got the tall Sprinter. It's not lifted, but it's the tall, it's the high roof, and I can make it through that drive-through. Doing subscriptions, locations. Let me see what kind of locations they got going on. Let's see what kind of locations they got going on. But yeah, coffee is just, if you got to get started somewhere, there's where you go. But those coffee shops cannot get away from you. They can't. They have to have somebody servicing this stuff. They have to have somebody servicing this stuff. And all right, where the hell are these damn shops at? I know they got to have a couple here. I mean, I got one around the corner, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so they got 6. I'm not gonna count that other one. Okay, so they got 7. So they got about 7 here in Houston. Now they're finally showing up. Let me see if you guys had any comments. But like I said, this is Q&A. It's gonna be a short one today. All right, Bruce Banner, we're in Florida. Jacksonville, Florida. T-Pain listening, Flo Rida watching with a picture of, what the hell's that damn girl name? Shoot. She just got married to Jonathan Majors. And carrying a picture of that girl in y'all back pocket. That's what Jacksonville got. Oh, what the hell is her name? What the hell's that girl name that married Jonathan Majors? Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna tell you what her damn name is right now. Megan Good. Megan Good. I swear to God, every dude from Florida, even if they in Jacksonville, yeah, Megan Good. Every dude, even if they in Jacksonville, swear to God, they had asked Megan Good out to junior prom or some shit like that. I swear to God, when I moved down there, they were still talking about that girl in West Palm Beach. So this was the first one. The first one, no, not up that high. Get the hell out of here. They actually put up a bunch. All right. Well, good for Scooters Coffee, man. They got about 6 or 7. The first one was way out here in Katy. Oh, I was so pissed. Way out here in Katy. Bruce, brother, Florida got to change, bro. Florida got to change, bro. Florida got to change. With your bike week over there in Daytona, bruh. Now I will give it to Orlando. I haven't been to Orlando in decades, and I hear that it's, they got their little strip, just like we got Austin. Orlando got their little strip over there, so I guess. But come on, man, there's far too many sisters with gold teeth. Far too many sisters with grills in Florida, man. I just can't. I couldn't do it, bro. Couldn't do it. And that damn. I think the Florida twang. I think the Florida way of speaking is actually worse than the New Orleans one. I think it's worse. I don't know how you can get worse than New Orleans, but I think it's worse. I think it's worse. All right, so this is Scooter's Coffee. Another one that's they moving their way over to Louisiana. Speaking of New Orleans, yeah, okay, so here they go, working their way up to going up towards Waco. All them Heaven Gates mother suckers gotta have a coffee. All them, sister wives gotta have they little drinks. Yeah, Scooters is moving slowly. It's moving at a snail's pace, man. This is the one that is hot. This is the one that is, bike week, right? Yeah, that's the only thing I can really get with is the bike week. And even then, man, they didn't grow in size from the 90s. Back when there was Freaknik, and then you had the Daytona Bike Week, and then you had something in South Carolina. I forgot what the hell that was. But they didn't got bigums. They didn't got a little bigger. They didn't got a little bigger. They ain't no longer 120 pounds. They more like 220. 220, but they wearing even less clothes. Ugh. Oh, let's see here. It is. I was trying to. All right, let me see here. Black Rock Coffee. Oh, you know what? Let me tell you about the other ones. And this by no means was this supposed to be a damn coffee. By no means was this supposed to be coffee. Matter of fact, let me show you the. Let me get off of this here. Let me see here. Matter of fact, I'm going to go and jump into another Florida favorite, Polo Tropical. Polo Tropical. We'll talk about Polo Tropical. Did you ever wonder how in the world could Polo Tropical have 150 damn commercials on in a 1-hour radio spot? Did you ever wonder how the hell did Polo Tropical do all this marketing? No, we got a Polo Loco here too, but Polo Tropical. Those freaking commercials used to drive me insane in Florida. That's all they played on the damn radio. Every freaking radio. Look at that. It's like 15 people in Florida, and there's like 20 Polo Tropicals. So Polo Tropical, and we got a chain here called man, I'm really having a day. I'm gonna show you the chain. They both share the same hedge fund. Look at this. There's more Polo Tropicals than gas stations. Yeah, I know Polo Tropical, and you know what? Polo Tropical tried to make it here in Houston, and they failed. The rice was hard and crunchy. They tried about 5 locations, and they tried to open them up too fast. They tried, so you don't even show up. They tried to open them, And I said, man, where the hell is all this money coming from? And the money, yep. So they're not even in Texas at all. They tried. Somebody give me a new zip code for New York. No, none in New York. 60153. Oh, shoot. And then I'll get to this 60153. No, none in Illinois. Yeah, so this hedge fund decided to pull back on all this fun. Hold on. Mambos. So the same, and there was just a story on it today. I apologize to the guys for not mentioning their name. Yeah, El Polo Loco. I think we have El Polo Loco. I think we got El Polo Loco. Yeah, we got El Polo Loco here. I haven't eaten at a single, I ain't eaten at a single El Polo Loco in Houston, period. We have so many freaking places. But yeah, I did remember it from Florida. Let's see here. Bam. Here we go. Let me accept. Man, they make you go through all this stuff. Yeah, see? So we got El Polo Locos here in Houston. But what we do have is we got Mambo. We have Mambo. And let me see who is investors. Let me see who the hell is backing El Polo Loco. Who the hell is backing it? So there's hedge fund money. Somebody has $1 billion freaking dollars, and they have invested in these restaurant chains. And then, especially with the failure of Polo Tropical, they're like, screw it. Some of this stuff, if it's just hitting in a certain state, we'll just leave it like that. If we could creep out a little bit and get onto the borderline, then we'll do that between another state. But that's what they're doing. So Mambos, they're doing the same thing. How many people know who the hell Mambos is? Have you ever heard of Mambos? Y'all never heard of Mambos? Mambos is nice. Mambos is nice. Let me see if I can find this fund this hedge fund. Mambo's Seafood. Oh, so Mambo's I want to say, because I was wondering why there were so many. I'm like, man, who the hell are these Hispanics that are balling out of control? They're just all over. They are just all over. They closed some, but they added for every one they closed, they added 3 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's 13. Maybe was it 14? Nah, it's got to be more than that. It's got to be more than that. I used to do. I was in league with the dealer who's providing for this stuff. Yeah, see, it goes all the way out there. So it's not. I'm not including every single Mambo's that's there, and then there should be one here. Or maybe that's this one. This is their latest one that opened up. This one and come on, man, work with me. This one and this one. These two right here are the latest ones that just opened up. And let me show you. Let me see who the hell is backing them. Let's see who is backing them. Yeah, I know it's a Houston based. Oh, yeah. They just opened up a couple in San Antonio. So when you guys go out to San Antonio, give Mambo's a try. You're gonna love it. Mambo's is good. Very good. Made a lot of money off of Mambo's over the years. Very good restaurant, though. Very good. I feed my wife and daughter that. They keep the back kitchen very clean. I mean, some of the older ones, I mean, you got a lot of grease migration and stuff like that, but they do their best to keep these places clean. I don't see any roaches or rats or nothing like that. Damn, I didn't want to go back to the location. So, and in full disclosure, I feed my family from the new locations. from the new locations. I never like take them to, any of the 15-year-old locations. And they have like high quality stuff. They'll have Perlick mug chillers, Wells. That's, lots of hot true refrigeration. So it's all top notch, spare no expense. They're in all parts of the parts of Houston. And like they said, they're going out to San Antonio. And these people are doing their best. They're doing their best to hide the money that's backing this place. And this is a recent thing. It wasn't like these people have been backing them all this time. Okay, so we're gonna have to dive into it. We're gonna have to dive. Let me show you first that they moving out to San Antonio. Let me see what other comments you guys got. But see, I had to speak nicely about Polo Tropical and El Polo Loco. Yeah, Mumbles is good, man. Mumbles is very good. Let me see what the hell we got here. I've done some lives from these locations, and so this is not working. I've done a couple of videos from these locations. I primarily go to them when they are new. Let's do Mambo Seafood, San Antonio. These hedge funds, man, they are really, they brag. They brag to the journalists, but when it comes to the regular people, woo, they are nuts. They don't want nothing to be known. They're like, oh, don't forget, we're mom and pop. Don't forget, because you'll see these places and you think it's not mom and pop. They say, oh, yeah, we're local and blah, blah, blah. Shit. Yeah, so Northwest Loop, San Antonio. Yeah, so let me see if I can find some more in San Antonio. Let me see if I can find some more. These places are taking the place of what used to be Fridays, what used to be, I'm looking at the screen, Red Lobster, Chili's. People, especially in this market, are going to someplace like Mambo's. And you don't think twice about, what was that, Chili's? Nobody really want Chili's ribs and another trash, rubbery ass food. So people are gravitating towards somewhere like Mambo's, or if you're in Florida, then you go to El Polo Tropical or El Polo Loco, that type of thing. Unless they got crunchy burnt ass rice, and that's a whole nother story. Then that's a whole nother story. Let me see what else. Let me see if they open up any more in San Antonio. And something is wrong with their thing. So let me do this. Investors in Mambo. Oh, so here it is. Garnett Station Partners, LLC, is investing in these different chains. So I go through all this to say these people have the money to pay you. The equipment that they're using is top notch. So you don't have to be afraid of taking care of these clients. You don't have to be afraid to take care of these kind of customers. The money is there. The money is there. So let me show you here. And see, they like to go over, yeah, back in 96, a little family started, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, the taqueria. Yeah, well, now they got $1 billion behind them. So like I said before, these dishes are, people are going to Mambo's for these dishes. They're not going to Red Lobsters. They're going to Mambo's. They're not going to Chili's. They're going to Mambo's. They're not going to Fridays. Those places are going away. Those places are going away. And who was in the interview today? I want to say it was that dude, Evan. I think Evan was in an interview. It was it's only two of them. I think it was Evan, though. He did an interview. Next company. So these are all the damn companies that they got. Let's see what they say about this company. In New Jersey. So we're all dealing with the same damn people. They just are operating under different names because the check is cut by Garnett Station Partners. They're ultimately the people funding. And like I said, they've been on a tear since 2021. They've been invested, and this is in with this PJ Williams restaurant in New Jersey. So I'll catch you guys before you guys fall asleep. It's already 9:30 on the East Coast. Yeah, so more than likely it was, I think it was probably that other guy that was talking about Mumbo's. Neater's Bakery? What the hell is Neater's Bakery? Oh, Utah. So like I said, this is okay. So they are currently going 50 locations across Utah, Idaho, Arizona, Colorado, Texas, and Nevada. There's more than one way to skin a cat. So you have other way. Oh, freaking Checkers. Now this is a bad deal. Checkers. Checkers. Oh, Checkers. I always thought that Checkers was based out of New Orleans. Anyway, and they only started investing in them 5 years ago. Hopefully they can have a positive influence on Checkers. If you ever saw a guy with a little plastic tackle box going inside a Checkers, more than likely that was the owner of the Checkers trying to work on the equipment his damn self. Checkers don't change their frying oil. Checkers is a disaster. They let these people open up a Checkers and they fail as soon as the equipment warranty is out. That is why they need us. Checkers and Rallies. Let me see here. How many people have Checkers over there by them? Let's see what we got. The Checkers and the Rallies. I had one about 15 minutes down the street from me, and they do fine. They do fine until that first batch of oil gets old, and then nobody goes back. Nobody goes back. And it was only founded in 1999. I find that amazing. Nobody ever goes back. And it'll go from having a line around the corner, because everybody knows what I know. You go to a Checkers when it's brand new, it's going to be phenomenal. The French fries are going to be flavorful. Everything is going to be great. There used to be a Checkers across the street from my daughter's school. I used to go and grab her lunch damn near every day. She would ask for food from Checkers for lunch every day when she was little, and I would bring it to her. And then she stopped asking. Shortly thereafter, the place closed. So, yeah, because people can taste when that oil is old on the French fries and the chicken, and they don't clean the grill and the griddle. What are you saying? Like that? What is this? Hold on. You guys say you didn't know Checkers? Yeah. No, Checkers is still around. Checkers is still around. You have a couple that are newish. Yes, you only eat the ones that are new. And I swear to you, you'll see the owner try to work on his own stuff, his own equipment with no damn expertise. And you can always tell because they go in there with their little ass toolbox, with a plastic toolbox and their little pliers, thinking that they're going to do something. They don't want to spend any money, and then they end up closing it. And the funny part is, whoever takes over that location and turns it into something else, it's a good location, and they do very well. The Checkers is down the street from me. They closed down that Checkers, turned it into a coffee shop, and they have a line around the corner for that damn coffee shop. But when it was Checkers, After his first couple of months, it didn't do jack. Let me see here. Well, if you guys think that Checkers, hard to find and believe that Checkers is still in business, you guys know that Arby's is still in business, right? Oh, so here we go. You got 18 in Alabama. Arizona got them. California got 38. Delaware got 3. So basically, y'all got one on every corner. Florida got 144 Checkers. Georgia got 72. Hey, Chicago used to have a ton of Checkers, and now it's down to 19. Now it's down to 19. We used to have all those seats and stuff outside, and Checkers was that spot. Not anymore. Not anymore. Hell, I'm surprised Indiana got 36. Nevada only has 5. Let me see who's surprising to me. Oh, let me go to Texas. Texas got 21. Texas. Whoa. Okay, this is surprising that Ohio got 67. Ohio has 60. What the hell? Yeah, Ohio must have trash ass food, man. Brother, it is no. A Harbor Freight toolbox would be too much money for these people to spend. Brother, these people run around with these. You know the toolboxes that they give the little kids when they go to Home Depot and Lowe's? That little plastic one that barely stays closed and always popping open. That's what they go in there with. And you cannot mistake it. You're going to see a guy walking in there with some khakis, and he probably pulling up in a BMW or a Subaru or something. Unmistakable. And you immediately know. You're like, there's the owner right there, thinking he's going to fix a deep fryer with some freaking pliers. Never fails. Never fails. But see, you're not really going to see Louisiana on here because, Akron, Ohio, Youngstown, Ohio, Toledo got 3. Okay, so I see here, they're kind of just boom, 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 one-hitter quitters. One-hitter quitters. This is probably, well, they do have that funding from, how I got here is the hedge. Oh, shit, you can see. My bad. How you got here, you can't see. This is Ohio, 67. This is what I was reading off of. Dayton, Akron, Springfield, Ohio, Cincinnati. Oh, and then Cleveland. Damn, Cleveland really ain't got no taste. So they've got the funding. And I could see this. I could see one, especially in Ohio. I could see them having one because you don't really have much option. You don't really have much choice. Like Parma. Let's see where the hell Parma, Ohio is. Parma, Ohio. Closes at 5 a.m. Damn. Let's see what we got here. Let's take a look at this place. See? So when you're in a town like this, it makes sense to me now. It makes sense to me. When you're in Ohio, and this is all that's there. You got Little Caesars, Cricket Wireless. Damn, Cricket Wireless is still a thing. I don't even know what the hell that is. O'Reilly's Auto Parts. O'Reilly. And bruh, Checkers Checkers has no competition. And I will give it to this Checkers. It looks clean. You could tell when the Checkers is on the downstroke because, the outside is not nice. The sign is missing letters. They're hiring. Work today, get paid. Oh, God. Whoa. Do you know? Do you know how crazy? Yeah, Kids Christmas special. Flavor. Yes. The damn plastic tackle box. Do you know how crazy it's got to be over there? Where the owner is going to pay you next day. Oh, that is wild. That is wild. Oh, wow. That is nuts. Work today, get paid tomorrow. Hey, because they got to with this Uber and all that other stuff. But look around, they really ain't got much of that to compete with. Oh, somebody has beer. Coach Craft, is that craft beer? Corned beer. Oh, corned beef. Why would it be craft beer? What am I thinking? This is Ohio. What am I thinking? Yeah, that's why I don't live my ass on over there. That's why I don't live over there. Oh, that's not that far from Cleveland, too. That's crazy. That's crazy. Look at that. So, the land of plenty. And that's it's not that far from Lake Michigan. Or that's not Lake Michigan. What is this? Lake Erie or something? Yeah, Lake Erie. Lake Erie. So if you can imagine each one of these little intersections, one of these little towns, they got strategically, they have a checkers or rallies, as it's called over there. They're obviously calling it rallies. So that is nuts. Well, see, well, I don't know if you say it. It is. Hold on, because I got it.
We are same, but different, but still same.
It's the same. They ruined it, man. They ruined that back in the late 90s, early 2000s when they start saying rallies is checkers and checkers is rallies. Don't separate us. And that just screwed them. That screwed them real tough right then. Okay, so let me go back to so this is where the money's coming from. They're giving them credit. This Garnett Station Partners is giving these people money to keep it going. If you ever wondered why in the hell they still exist, and that is because billion-dollar financiers are propping them up. There's your freaking answer. All right, so you California guys, here you go. Out west. Don't know nothing about it. I know nothing about out west. 80 units. Oh, okay. It's Outback. That's why I don't know anything about it. Dude, who the hell is why are they not selling out of this? They need to get out of this as soon as possible. As soon as possible. 80 units of freaking Outback Steakhouse. Outback is doing all kind of promotions. Yeah, I know. But see, in the South, you got Crystals. Well, at least in New Orleans, you got Crystals. Hold on. Oh, wait. That's for Crystals is different. I'm thinking of something else. That's like Crystals is the different version of White Castles. My bad. Bruh. Hey, Will, Rafi, Jordan, sell that shit. Sell it. Sell that shit. Get rid of it. Get rid of that shit like yesterday, bro. That's crazy. Why are y'all holding on to it? Who the hell is NPC? Overland, Kansas. Franchisees of Wendy's and Pizza Hut. Oh, that's who it is. Okay. 1,600 Wendy's and Pizza Hut. So they own the number 2, and I think Pizza Hut is the number 2 or number 3 pizza chain. They exited. Oh, so they did get out. Yeah, Crystals was White Castles. Yeah. But dude, that Crystals was, last time I had Crystals, it was disgusting. It was nasty. All right, so these guys didn't get out of Outback. They're still in Outback, but they got out of Wendy's. Make that make sense. You're still in Outback, but you got out of Wendy's, who went up. They became number 2, bypassing Burger King. And then Pizza Hut. I don't know why Pizza Hut always had problems with their damn location. So here's how much Pizza Hut makes. And I've gone through this before, but we'll do it again. Pizza Hut revenue. How's Pizza Hut doing financially? Declining same stores, but come on, man, show me the damn numbers. Show me the numbers. All right, so last year Q1 they increased by 8%. Oh, and then they plunged again. But wait till you see how many billions of freaking dollars. Let me show you how many billions of dollars freaking Pizza Hut does. Come on. And then I'm gonna start to wind this damn thing down. Okay, so that's what it is. $5 billion. 5.5. So they are now behind Domino's. Oh, let's see here. Let me see here. And I had the damn list. I had the damn list of the top 10 pizza places. No, okay, so they are better than Domino's. That's nuts. All right, so Domino's is $4.7 billion. And that was last year. And Pizza Hut is 5.5. Pizza Hut is 5.5. Let me show you what Little Caesars is. Caesars revenue 2024. Right. Okay. So it is Pizza Hut, Domino's, then Little Caesars. So Little Caesars is $4.4 billion. So why the hell did they sell out of Wendy's and they got out of Wendy's and Pizza Hut? But as you can see here, they are going after growth because Domino's and all those places, even though they're bringing in billions of dollars, they're more than likely they're going to have to shrink the number of locations. It was a matter of getting to every man, woman, and child, making sure they had a slice of pizza in their hand within 15 minutes. And it really did cannibalize quite a few of the locations, just like they got out of Carol's Group. Okay, so they got out of Burger King. So I see what they're doing here. They're getting out of the Burger King, Popeyes. The writing is on the wall. They're getting out of Burger King, the Popeyes, the Domino's. Ooh, Twin Peaks. I know they've invested in Twin Peaks because they open up. Oh, they did. Wait a minute. All right, so there's a little bit of a scandal with this. I didn't know this was the same investors. Somebody allegedly misused some funds. Let's get into the messiness. I would love to get into Twin Peaks, man. Twin Peaks has Continental refrigerators, just a ton of Continental refrigerators. I've never seen the back house. I've never seen the back of the house. Parent organization is FB Society. Ooh, I didn't know they were where I'm from. Addison, Illinois. Oh, Addison, Texas. I thought it. So it's here. Headquarters is here. Our story. Let's skip to it. Let me get to the newest, the latest and greatest. So this Twin Peaks. You guys know who Twin Peaks is, right? Scandal. Misuse. Misuse of funds. I'm tired. Okay, so the former COO, senior operating officer, they misused, they allegedly, okay, so they are suing two of his business partners, saying that they played around with the funds for lavish lifestyle, blah, blah, blah. And this story is recent, February 7th, 2025, but no need to worry. They did close like 1 or 2 locations, but they're still doing fine. So here you can check this out from Franchise Times magazine. I did read this article. I read this when it first came out. I get all these emails every day. So it's a he said, she said type thing. So this guy was fired. He was the COO. And they said he was misusing some funds and stuff like that. And then they even had to close the location that that they said the funds were being mismanaged out of. I don't know if they sold it or if they're going to make it a franchise or what, but it's no longer a corporate store. So that is currently in the courts. Yeah, it's a whole thing. What the hell is this Noble Chicken? Who knows what the hell this Noble Chicken is? Hate to jump, but what the hell is Noble Chicken? This is what I do. I'll jump on these new and upcoming places. The big guys are too busy. See, they don't even have a place to look at. This is a 3D rendering. This isn't even a real image. These upstart places are more receptive to you coming in and doing work with them than the big guys coming in. Deep fried cookie dough. Everybody's doing that. Everybody's doing that. Everybody's doing this. Killer brownie. Killer brownie. And they got carnival cookie bites. Deep fried cookie dough. Noble Chicken Restaurants. 1,400 square feet. And that's the other thing, all with small locations. So they're not asking for $1 million. Your initial investment is $500,000. I don't know how much of that needs to be liquid. Have you guys ever seen one of these places? So they're all using the same markup. They're riding the wave from Dave's Hot Chicken, Houston's Hot Chicken, Big Chicken. Chicken is what's hot right now. So they got walk-in. So they got walk-in storage. Damn, they made that much walk-in. They made all that back room freaking walk-in. That is nuts. There's the bathroom. There's the sink for them to wash. There's the kitchen. Prep area. I don't know what the hell's going to be over there. They don't have anything mocked up right there in the kitchen. I hate when they do that. So they're essentially following Big Chicken, Houston. What is that? Houston Hot Chicken. And fun fact, they just did an interview with the creator of Houston, Texas Hot Chicken. Of course, they're hiring. I don't think they're going to pay you next day like Rally's is going to pay you next day. Unless they open up in Ohio. Then, of course, you're going to get paid next day. It looks exactly like Dave's Hot Chicken. That looks exactly like Dave's Hot Chicken to the T. I love the French fry holder, that cone that they use. They're using a slate. I doubt this is what they're going to give you when you go to the restaurant. I severely doubt that's what they're going to give you. This guy got a huge investment. I can't think of what he is. He's from some other country. Family immigrated here, and he was here in Houston with his sister, and they cooked up this recipe during COVID. And his claim to fame is that you can eat this spicy hot chicken. It'll be hot, but you won't have a stomach ache afterwards. Because I unfortunately had that affliction. I have that hot stuff, and my stomach is just all messed up. But his His chicken doesn't do that to you, is what he says and everybody else says. So this is the latest thing. If you're not working at one of these chicken chains, jump on it. I don't see this. I don't see this going down anytime soon. We got our issue with beef supply. The U.S. isn't too big on goat meat. Don't know why. They're not too big on duck. Pork is never been well accepted in fast food like that. So chicken. Even with avian bird flu, chickens bounce back very quickly. They can take them to slaughter within, I don't know, is it 90 days or something like that? So yeah, the bird flu. I see what you guys are saying. The bird flu has a nationwide egg shortage, but it's plenty of fresh chickens. Yes. Fun fact about that is even when they had problems with the chickens not being able to lay eggs, the feed that they were giving his chickens. Hold on. It was Monsanto feed at that. So this is apparently a big issue. Not just the fact that the avian flu and they had to cull millions of chickens, but to throw on top of that the fact that the chickens weren't laying eggs because of something in the feed. The organic chickens able to lay eggs. Free range chicken able to lay eggs. Yeah. So all kind of issues. So anything you could think of, it's an issue. Anything you can think of, even with beef, right? Oh, beef herds. On the rise. Oh, I spelled that wrong. That's what I meant to say. All right. Beef cattle is still low. Damn, since 1961. All right. But yeah, I see cows. I see cows every day. Every freaking day down here. So I don't understand what they keep talking about. They're short on beef because, I mean, you damn near hit them trying to just drive around town. But as they're saying, it's a slight bounce back. Hopefully that'll alleviate some of these prices that these restaurants have to deal with, the prices that we have at the grocery store. It's funny how that changes right after an election. New president. Guess what? Oh yeah, we don't have no beef problem. Oh yeah, beef problem. Oh, don't worry about that. That's going away. It's going away. The largest increase is in Alabama. Who the hell knew? Alabama and Pennsylvania. Yeah, I thought those were milking cows in Pennsylvania. I thought those Pennsylvania Dutch were milking them damn cows. I didn't know they were beef cows. I thought those were dairy cows. But anyway, it looks like we're saved. How about that? Orange man gets in office and then now we got beef. Right. It's only a shortage on the Wall Street books. Yeah. All of a sudden, we can. Well, fun fact, that's going to be Chicago. It's going to be the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. Pork belly, beef, sugar, all that kind of stuff is Chicago. Crooked ass Chicago. New York is the stocks, but Chicago Mercantile. Chicago Mercantile Exchange. All the guys I grew up with, I went to high school with, their fathers worked for the futures, and their fathers traded beef and pork bellies, corn. See, so corn futures, soybean. So if you want to really point at who's crooked, if you want to really point at who's making money off of this, it's the Chicagoans. It ain't I am all for blaming New Yorkers. I am all for blaming New Yorkers, but I can't let the perpetrators get away scot-free. This is Chicagoans doing this to y'all. This is Chicago. See, live cattle futures. Chicagoans are fucking you. Okay, this is who's doing it. It's the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. Don't point the finger at New York. It's Chicago. It's Chicago. You ever wonder why all these Chicago people are overweight and got these big ass houses, and they're houses in Florida and houses in Chicago, houses in Eagle Vale? Yeah, it's because they're screwing you over on these damn beef prices. They're the ones doing it. They're the ones doing it. Aluminum, copper, treasury bonds. Yeah, all that Chicago. Palladium. Oh, 10-year note. All that. When you see that, what the hell's his name? What the hell's his name that always comes on the show? Damn, and he's always talking about the 10-year treasury note. Oh, Mark Santelli. Mark Santelli. He is on the trading floor of the CME. That's where he's at. He's not in New York. He's in Chicago. Yeah, Texas is beef country. I don't even have to, and that's something that people don't understand. I don't even have to go. No, I don't even have to go. I can go less than 10 minutes. I can go exactly 7 minutes and I'll hit cows. I'll go driving to Hobby Airport, just going straight north of here. I'll drive past cows. And then there's a high school, and then across the street, there's cows. And then at the light starts the fucking airport. But there's cows in there. There's cows in between there and horses, but no pigs. Texas barbecue is brisket and that kind of thing. Texas barbecue is brisket. We ain't got no pigs.
She's safe.
Hold on, UPS is here with something for me. Let me play this video.
Two fryers are the fryers that people use for frying chicken. So people that use our tube fryers, they also wanted this oil saving feature. So we make those. So basically it has a flat bottom. Okay. Some of our competitors have fryers that have tubes in it that has a flat bottom. Those fryers, all that debris is spread out, across a lot bigger area. Okay. So one, for us, we have to use bigger pumps just to try to get as much debris out as what this one does here with a pump half the volume. Okay. This here uses a gas fryer uses a 4 gallon per minute pump, whereas an electric love fryer or Filter Quick uses an 8 gallon per minute pump. The reason for that is because there's such a big area where all that debris is spread out. This here collects it all at one nice spot. The only problem with this is if it's not filtered, you run into problems because now that debris, that pressure is going to build up to where it's going to go back. It could clog this up. All this stuff is going to be down here in the area where it's going to be heated in here, and it's going to cause that oil to get bad in a hurry, and all that debris in there. I mean, it turns jet black. I mean, the oil is like crude oil. All right, it's just completely black. All right, just to backtrack a little bit on that store that I was talking about in New York that changed their oil twice a day. Once we got them on track, and just so you know, and I told you, you can go in and get the filter stats and stuff out of the computer. This is one that I pulled the stats in the.
All right, I'm back. I am back. Sorry about that. Oh, let me take this. Whew. Sorry about that. Whew. Who wants to guess what this is? My UPS lady is so nice. She said she couldn't pick this up. She said she couldn't. She can. I don't know why they don't give her a damn dolly or something. That's just nuts. Look at my razor knife. Anyway, black crude oil. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Anyway, long story short, I had to go up to training, and I rented a car. I had to go up to training in Dallas, and I rented a Tesla. And I had my R290 in the damn Tesla. The Tesla had a blowout, and I found out the hard way. You can't just change the tire on the Tesla. I didn't know that. I found that out the hard way. So they gave me another car, and I had forgot that I had my R290 in the back. Like Tesla has 2 storage compartments. They got the regular floor, and then you can lift up the floor, and there's another little space. And that little space was perfect for storing the jug and the hose and my wireless probe. And I forgot. And I had completely forgot. Yeah. Why do I have such a big jug? R290. Let me see if I can see myself. You know, I didn't even hear that. I could hear her truck driving away. I didn't even hear it before. And damn, it's 9 o'clock at night. Whew. Oh, that's that thing ticking. Oh, I go through. Dishwasher, washer pump. Yeah, you were a little late on that. Whew. Yeah, I go through a lot of R290. A lot. I got sick and tired of using those little ass canisters. If you are just gassing somebody up until their evaporator comes in, those little canisters is cool and all. You know, you walk in a little canister, you already got an access valve, you dip on there and gas it up. But if you're doing some work, if you're doing a change out on an evaporator, change the condenser, change the compressor, I'd rather have a fresh tank and call it a day. So I gotta reorder. I'm almost out of all my refrigerants. I'm supposed to have a tapper in here or something. Oh hell. I'm about to look in there. I'm supposed to have a tapper. Just for this one. Yes, it's easier to carry. It's easier to carry when you're going to gas and go. Gassing and going is not going to last very long, right? The unit, the evaporator's got holes. It's not going to start a freaking fire. I've been gassing and going on R290 for over 12 years. Right. And most take less than 5 ounces. But what happens? See, I'm somebody, I'll take care of 2-3 refrigerators in a location. The reason why these units, I should close the door. The reason why these units end up with holes in them is usually because the restaurant isn't keeping the ambient temperature low. They might not even have air conditioning on, or maybe their air conditioner broke. for some considerable amount of time. I thought they were giving me a tap with this damn thing. And or they just don't put on the freaking AC. And that higher pressure will cause that evaporator to look like Swiss cheese. I've been seeing it for over a decade. Now remember, I am at the ocean. I'm 20 minutes away from the Gulf of America. Let me see here. 20 minutes away from the Gulf of America, as it is now called. Let's see here. Let me see here. Gulf of America. To Houston. Let's see what that looks like. Damn it. I have to do something else. I'm going to have to do something else. I'm going to have to do drive from, I'll do Friendswood to Kemah, Texas. 26 minutes. Boom. That's just, boom. It's just right there. There's the water. There's the ocean. So if you can imagine all of this, that's the Bay of Houston. Shipping containers come in through here. There's Galveston Bay, Jamaica Beach, Moody Gardens, blah, blah, blah. That's Galveston. There's the ocean. So I'm right here. All this humidity, all this sea air. There is a reason there are not electric service vehicles. There aren't electric service? Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? Let's see here. Let me see here. Let's see here. No. I don't want service and repair. I'm talking about emergency vehicles. Let me see if they say. We got a lot of. Hold on 1 second. Electric emergency vehicle. Let's see what they say. I want to see what they say. Custom vehicles for EMS. I don't know. Powerful AC. These are not electric vehicles though. I think that was a little misleading, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure that they're going to start to do it. Now, I don't know how you would have electric vehicles near fires. I can say that. Electric vehicles can't be by fires. You could have an electric vehicle down here because we don't have the winter. Now, when you do turn that damn AC on in an electric vehicle, your power goes down. See it. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm curious to find out now. I'm surprised my daughter heard that knocking on the door, man, because I didn't hear it. Nah, electrical service, emergency electrical service. No, that ain't what we're looking for. Oh well, EV charging $75. University of Texas receives 3 all-new electric vehicles. Oh, come on now. That's not it. All right. Because that ain't. No. You can't. That's why it says public safety. That ain't even a police car. That University of Texas, that's the little vehicle they driving around so the girls don't get touched it appropriately. No. Yeah, electric. I thought I heard something about that. But anyway, so that's that. Hey, well, I got my. Oh, dang. I got my R290, my big jug. And like I said, when I go to a job, I'm taking care of. I'm telling you, if you actually do your due diligence, you will find out that you're dealing with more than one unit that has a leak. So if you go over some of the other units, you're not really going to have much of a reason for one prep table to have a leak and then another one on the line to not have a leak as well. So maybe it is at the very beginning stages. So you could show the customer when you go over, you'll see the protrusions on the evaporator. And then you can bring up to the customer, hey, look, man, I'm already doing this one. We can go ahead and take these two off the line, and I can go ahead and do them both at the same time and be done with it. And I'll go ahead and change these two evaporators. That's typically what I end up doing. I show them, say, hey, look, this one was real bad. You got to, freeze up. The other one is just starting. Still got enough gas, but it's just starting. And then they'll be like, all right, fine. Forget it. We'll just go ahead and do it. Because luckily, they'll pretty much be the same model number. You're ordering the same evaporator. You just order two. Well, don't forget, man. What's the name? Amazon. Amazon has those electric trucks. Now, the woman that delivered to me was UPS. That was UPS that delivered to me. I don't know who the hell phone number they got on here. They got the wrong phone number with my name. They got a 314 area code. No wonder why she tried to. I guess if she tried to call, she couldn't get a hold of me. Yeah, them golf carts. But the Amazon trucks. Yes, the Amazon trucks are made by Rivian. Yes. And I got a bunch of Amazon stations over here. I got an Amazon station about 15 minutes north of me. And all of those Rivians are outside. I always mess with them. As they're driving by, I yell at them and tell them they're making too much damn noise. They're making all that damn racket. The damn things are super quiet. They remind me of of those movies. How they thought that cars were going to sound in the future with that sound like a vacuum cleaner, and they actually do sound like a freaking vacuum cleaner, like the movie Gattaca, when they were driving around in that he was driving around that electric car, all bent up because they've been Hey man, all those trucks. I have been so lucky. I haven't banged up my Sprinter. I've been so lucky. Yeah, they got routes, but this is an older black woman, and she couldn't even lift it to get about the truck. She couldn't even, she couldn't even lean it on his side, just slide it down the damn steps. She could have just slid it down the steps and left it out there and be like, hey, you gonna come get this? And be like, yeah, I'll come get it, girl. So I don't know why they don't give them some kind of a lift. That is weird. That is weird. And for the because you got some guys out there like, man, that thing had a smell. Non-odorized. Oh shoot. There it is. Non-odorized. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. Non-odorized. I need a damn. Gotta figure out what the hell kind of hookup it is. If I'd have realized it was gonna be so much different, I would have I would have ordered the damn connection. But anyway, I've been on here for how long? Oh, damn, I've been on here damn near 2 hours. Probably like an hour and 30 minutes. Hour and 30 minutes, but yeah. I only wanted to come on here for like 15, 20 minutes, and I end up doing this and talking about beef prices and Twin Peaks and all that kind of stuff. Let me see what else they got. Hoyos Locos. Hoyos. Sports Cantina. Yeah, we got those here in Houston. Oh, they exited that one. Hoyos. This was kind of nice. This was like a Twin Peaks. It was oh man. It was yeah. See, it was like a Twin Peaks. I didn't mind the place. I don't know why they don't say affordable menu. I've never had anything other than beer in these local sports bars. And what these two guys know about Hispanic sports bars is beyond me. Massage Envy. Oh, we're gonna skip that. No need a Massage Envy. Frida Bay. They got rid of that. Oh, that was American Baby stuff. Heritage Funeral Homes. I don't want to deal with any of those damn morgue coolers. Mako. All right, so it looks like I don't see any more of the restaurants. I don't see any more of the restaurants. Sector is restaurant. Firebird. Fat Tuesday. Yo, oh, that's why Fat Tuesday is in all the malls. Yo, I was wondering how the hell did a daiquiri joint make it? I'm like, how the hell is a daiquiri joint? Yeah, well, a strip club or it damn near is a strip club. A picture man. It a lot of those, and here in Houston too. There's really very little distinguishing from a freaking strip club. To be honest with you. All right, Fat Tuesday. They say 115 units. I was wondering why Fat Tuesdays were everywhere. I think they're even in airports. I think they're at airports and they're in malls. Fat Tuesday uses, because they only got like one or two pieces of equipment. They use Frosty Factory. They use Frosty Factory in their locations. There is, I thought that here it is again. I thought that these were small grassroots type of places. I had no idea that big money was invested in it. So as you can see, looking behind them, there's nothing here. There's nothing. Here's a shelf and a sink. And then on the other side of the Gordita's arm, it's gonna be a Frosty Factory piece of equipment. Let me see here. Dismiss. Oh, okay. Well, see, they're not serving food in the mall. They're not, and they're not even in the food court. That's what's wild. That is what's wild. So here in Texas, you can walk around with they're in the mall. Told you, they're in the mall. Baybrook Mall, and that's a mall that's got an Apple store in it. Galleria Mall has an Apple store in it. I don't know about Humble. They're in San Antonio. They're right on the Riverwalk. I do know this one. I do know that one. Mall of Louisiana. Let's see here. Bourbon Street, New Orleans, of course. I've been to that one too. I've been to least. Here's your Florida. Of course, there's Memphis. Of course, there's another gold teeth wearing town, Memphis. Mall of Georgia. So now you know they got the money to pay you. They got the money to pay you. I don't know if they're just financing the expansion or what. But they've got a number of places, man. Uh-oh, you couldn't see that. Damn it. My bad. You couldn't see that. My bad. You couldn't see it. These are the different damn locations. My bad. Oh, you could. Okay. Sorry, I'm going backwards. I'm going backwards. So Fat Tuesday, well, this is what I was talking about. Like, they don't have anything. There's nothing behind the damn counter. There's nothing behind the counter. And then over here to the left of her, that's where the Frosty Factory units are. Okay, they're selling beer at this one. They're selling beer on tap. So they got a beer cave. And that's it. So there's like your Micromatic, that kind of thing. But like I said, they don't really have very much equipment. And like I said, they're in the freaking malls. They're in the malls. But in the mall, they're not serving any beer. It's just daiquiri. And it has to be in a container with a lid. So you have a straw on it, but it has to have a lid on it. And then they can sell it to you, and you can walk around the mall in it with it. So that's Texas, that's Louisiana, and I think Florida too. Florida, and I think Vegas. See, there's the Venetian. Yeah, so I think it's the same way. And there's the Miracle Mile shop. I've seen all of these places. So the ones in Vegas, 63 Center, seen all of these, but they're not serving beer in any of those. And I've got this one by me. Yeah, but they're not serving beer in that either. They're not serving beer. Let me see what the hell. What are they doing? What is... It's active. They've been investing since 2021. 115 units across the nation. And they're putting up the equity. So they're more than likely giving these people the loans to finance them to open up a Fat Tuesday. But anyway, so that is, let me show you what is. Here's the Frosty Factory. This is the one in Louisiana. That's what I told you guys about. I did that one video on Instagram when a unit had like sparked and caught fire because they were over pouring the syrup, and it dripped over and over to the motor, and it dripped onto the wires and started a fire. But anyway, this is pretty much the only machines that they're using, and it looks exactly like this. And they're using remotes. Primarily, they are going to be, is it the 127As? 127As. This is air cooled, so this ain't it. It's going to be remote. So it is, the 115R is very popular. It's going to be a 235R. So the 235R, they are remote. These are going to be 404. Yeah, there it is right there. It says 404. And I'm actually out of 404 as well. I got to reorder some 404. You could download the service manual. None of this stuff is hidden. You got your warranty. They tell you right there what's covered, what isn't. Overtime, weekends, holiday, that is a responsibility of the buyer. So all that overtime pay, the buyer's like, oh, I don't care. I want you here now. That is paid by the owner of the equipment. So what is this? Labor and travel charges due to return trips or waiting if the service provider is prevented from starting. Okay, all this stuff is the equipment owner has to pay for that. like they say, hey, when the product is not freezing, the manufacturer doesn't cover that. This warranty does not cover the adjustment of the viscosity for the product. So when you go on over there, and it's the same with Frosty Factory, it's the same with Grindmaster, same with all of them. If you go on over there and they say this machine doesn't work, it's not, it's not coming out frosty. It's coming out water, liquid. And you got to go on over there, check the bricks, or you got to say, hey, take this out, and you got too much alcohol in there, not enough sugar. And you check it and see everything else. No. And it starts freezing. That is the customer's responsible. Customer's responsible for everything. Service call, the whole time, drive time, everything. Everything. You guys think that this stuff is covered by the manufacturer? It is not. Very little is covered by the manufacturer. Frosty Factory has been making this stuff the same way, unchanged, probably since the 60s. Probably since the 60s. Okay, no. All right, so they incorporated in 1983. Out of Louisiana. I wonder how old it is before that. They incorporated in 83. Nice size warehouse. If you go there over here in Louisiana, it's about 2 hours from Dallas. If you're going over there, they'll give you a factory tour, but you got to call them in advance. Oh, all right. Well, that's about it. No, excuse me. That's about it for me. I got my jug of R290, but I can't use the damn thing. They got their nice little showroom. They have their own, you buy your parts from Frosty Factory directly. They have their own parts website. You sign up, you get your account, and they'll ship out your parts 2-day or something like that. 2-day or so this is, the link is right there from their website where you can order the parts. But that is about it for me. I am going to call it a day. Thank you guys for hanging out with me on this rambling Thursday. Got to see me get my jug come in this evening, special delivery. And I'll check you guys on Monday. See you guys on Monday. Thanks for hanging out with me. And let me play this outro.
Be relentless. That's it. I'm done.
You damn skippy it was, bro, man. You got to go, man. Nah, follow this trail. You got to get up on out of here. Let's go, bro, man. You got to roll with it,
The answer to life's great mysteries. That man is Negrodamus.
You, sir.
The answer to life's great mysteries. That man is Negrodamus.
You, sir.
The answer to life's great mysteries.